Couples who did genetic testing, what was the most shocking discovery? The genetic counselor told us we were a 1 in a million match. Then she said that was the worst possible news. I remember the cheap, floral pattern on her blouse swimming in my vision as I tried to process what she meant. We were there for the routine pre-engagement screening, a formality, we thought. My fiancé, Liam, and I wanted to have kids someday, and this was just checking a box. The counselor, a woman with tired eyes named Dr. Albright, folded her hands on the desk. She explained that we both carried a recessive marker for a rare, debilitating neurological disorder. If a child inherited it from both of us, it was a guaranteed death sentence before the age of 5. The room felt suddenly cold. I reached for Liam's hand. His palm was slick with sweat. But that's not her main concern, she said, her voice gentle. The rarity of this specific marker makes your shared status a statistical impossibility unless there's a common ancestor. We both laughed nervously. I'm from Oregon, his family is from Florida. Our family trees were on opposite sides of the country. That's when she brought up assisted reproduction. My parents had used a donor, a fact I grew up with and never thought much about. It was anonymous, a medical student from the 80s, that's all I knew. Liam's face went pale. He whispered that his parents had struggled with fertility too. They'd never told him the specifics, only that he was a miracle. The next few weeks were a blur of phone calls and medical records requests. We spent over $10,000 on advanced sequencing. Our parents were distraught, defensive. Liam's mom cried on the phone, saying it didn't matter how he was conceived. But it did matter. It mattered more than anything. The clinic my parents used had been shut down for years, its records absorbed into a massive state archive. Liam's clinic was still operating. We needed a court order to get the donor's file, and even then the information would be non-identifying. Just a number. That was our turning point. We hired a lawyer who specialized in fertility law. He said it was a long shot. After 2 months of legal wrangling, my file was released first. A single sheet of paper with redacted information and a number at the bottom, donor 7042. I felt nothing, it was just a number. 2 weeks later, Liam got the call from our lawyer while we were in the car. He put it on speaker. We got it, the lawyer said. The judge signed off this morning. Liam's clinic was more modern. They sent a secure digital file. We sat in our parked car outside our apartment, the engine off. Liam opened the file on his phone. His breath hitched. I leaned over, my heart pounding against my ribs. It was a long string of medical data, but at the very top under the heading Gamete Provider ID, it was there, clear as day. 7042. I didn't scream, I didn't cry. A strange, hollow silence filled the car. I just stared at the number on the screen, then I looked at Liam. Really looked at him. The curve of his jaw, the way his eyes crinkled when he was stressed. Features I had once found handsome now felt like a cruel joke. He looked like me, he looked like family. The man I was supposed to marry was my half-brother. We never spoke about it again. The engagement was called off for personal reasons. We sold the apartment. He moved back to Florida. I stayed in Oregon. Our families, shattered by the truth, retreated into their own corners of shame and silence. Now when I see his face in old photos, all I can see is my father's